Hi Leo, this is Mary with Seer Tarot. Thank you for stopping by my channel. This is your October 1st through the 15th, 2020 reading. And I have this beautiful new deck I just opened up. I sell decks, so it is called the Enchanted Dreams. And I like how big it is. Really, really like this deck. It's gilded. See how it's gilded? It's beautiful. So I'm going to kind of pull from in the middle and the bottom and different places. Excuse me. Because it's a little bit sticky and because I don't want them to be in succession from when it was first made. I've shuffled like 30 times, but sometimes it takes a little while when they're gilded or when they're new to separate from each other. Okay, so we're just going to tell your story and see how it goes. So here's the first card. This is the Tower right out the gate. Boy, the Tower. Isn't that a beautiful deck? Okay, so, okay, let's pull the bottom. The Magician reversed. See if you can make sure you can see those. Middle of the deck. The Wheel of Fortune or the Wheel of Destiny reversed. And the Star reversed. Okay. Knight of Swords. Okay, we'll take that. All right, so let's talk about the Tower. Thank you for your likes and shares and donations, readings, those who do readings with me, and buy product. Any information that about my links to the different places I sell, my website, and all that, it's in the description box. So, okay. So we have the Tower, and we're just going to take a look at this tower, this particular tower. Okay, this is interesting. So we have this woman here. Let's see if you can see that. And the lightning strikes, and she's in chains right now. So this tower appears to be breaking the chains that are binding you. Okay, so let's talk about those chains. So the first card I have is a Magician. And a Magician reversed is about deception. Well, it's deception in a way where it's illusion. It's like the Wizard of Oz. I love this one because it's like the illusion that something is one way when it's actually another. And so it's deceptive energy. It's self-serving. Why would somebody want to, let's just take the Emperor, and the Wizard of Oz, or the Wizard, okay? Let's take the Wizard of Oz. Why did he have that illusion, that big cloud, that he was all powerful? Well, I think so nobody would bother him. So nobody would question him. So I don't know if this might be your energy or an energy you were dealing with. It could be both, actually. So once the tower has been brought down, there's not a way to really hide that illusion, because whatever mechanism was being used is now gone. The chains are gone, okay? Because we've been in a cycle of loss, like a cycle of financial loss. It's like a downward spiral. The Wheel of Fortune reverse is bad karma, but it was kind of fated. So it's a fated event, but also not a positive one. Why do we have fated events that are not positive? A lot of times it's to learn, it's to break through walls, it's to break cycles, okay? Break cycles. Ooh. Yes, break cycles. Now I have the Star. Here's another card of illusion. And this is a card of giving up, not having any hope. It's a card of, it's also Aquarius. The Magician is Mercurial energy. It's Gemini or Virgo. The Tower is Pluto energy, so that sometimes they say Scorpio. So the Star, let's go back to the Star. So the dream has been shattered. There's a lot of illusion right here. There's a lot of self-serving energy. I'm just listening. And you know what, Leo, I don't think this is outside of you. I think it's maybe, I don't know if you're realizing that you were doing this and somehow justifying it. Knight of Swords is saying, something came in and shook you up and took down the tower, but this is your illusion. This is what's been keeping you chained. And while you're in this negative cycle, this lower vibrational cycle, I think you've been questioning, why is this happening? Why does everything keep going wrong? Because something's trying to get your attention to snap out of it. So when we don't heed the call of the universe or our higher self, then the tower has to come. Because you need to be left without a choice, that you have to change this or something. Because at some point, spirit or your higher self says, you got to get back on track because this was not your life plan. Something about it not being your life plan, okay? And I know that's not going to resonate all with everybody, but and it's just a general reading, you know. So I feel a little bit of a defensiveness here, but I want you to see this Knight of Swords. This is somebody that knows they're going to come up against a problem because he has his headgear on. You just see headgear, and then we have the third eye being activated here. So we also have the Magician, the third eye activation here. But because, and actually all of these, this one too, the Wheel. There's something that you knew you should have been doing. And that was the thing that it was like almost somebody, if it's not you, it's the opposite party or someone you're dealing with. Okay. The thing is, this person knew that they were not doing the right thing. They knew they were stuck in a cycle. They knew they were chained, okay? They knew they weren't doing the right thing. And let's get some more cards. I'm going to pull a card between each one of these. So we're going to pull a card between the Tower and the Magician reversed, okay? So I have 6 of Cups. So look at this card right here. So 6 of Cups is about innocence. It's about the past, you know, and it's about when we were children. But this card right here is interesting. This is about what our family did. Look at it. We have somebody married here, and it's almost like they're talking to their ancestors, or they're sad. She's looking down at the 6 Cups on the ground. And you know, when somebody's in their wedding dress, they should be excited. I'm going to leave that there for a minute. So it's possibly the end of somebody's innocence, the end of a... Why, that's a tower. Maybe somebody here is having to end something with somebody they're married to. They're having to see the truth about this person, or their own place in the marriage, or in the relationships of their past. Could be multiple relationships, because we have multiple people here. So if you're a man, this could be the relationships you had with women. Maybe you weren't showing up. You were showing up to get what you want. We should get what we want. But if we have that trickery, because the Magician reverse is about trickery too. It's about getting what you want by manipulating others and their energy, okay? And so maybe somebody here is saying, oh man, it was me all this time. That kind of thing, okay? Okay. Just a minute. Let me just shuffle again. Okay, and so between having this kind of behavior and somebody having this kind of behavior where they're creating illusions so they can get what they want and not being honest, and this keeping them in like a negative karma place, then there's no justice here. And so it could also be that somebody here lost a court case in a divorce. They lost. Or they feel like they lost and it wasn't fair. Okay? So why is this happening? So it's kind of like the reason behind all this. I'm going to take the bottom on this one. I have the Two of Pentacles reversed. So this is financial loss again. So between the Wheel of Destiny reversed, which is bad karma, bad fate, and the Star reversed, no hope. And then in the Star reverse is also illusion. That there's no more choices. When the Two of Pentacles is upright, we're juggling things. And it could be like we're multitasking, no big deal. But it could also be juggling people. So if somebody was had a cheating energy, I'm not seeing that, but I'm giving an example. I had 2 relationships, or they may find that somebody made a choice over them, or they had to choose. Or they were just dropped because they weren't taking action. Dropped as in, here's your tower, it's gone. Whatever you were holding on to, whatever you were chained to, whatever you felt like you couldn't live without, it's gone. It's been taken. Now, what are you going to do? Sorry, that's just what this is coming through, okay? So for those who couldn't decide, now you don't have a choice, okay? So we're going to look between the Star and the Knight of Swords, Queen of Cups. So this individual is emotionally manipulative. It can be any water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It doesn't have to be. It's feminine energy. But this person wants people to feel sorry for them. That's how they validate whatever they think they should be validating, their sadness or their... And it's manipulating energy. Basically, they're jealous, they're manipulating, and if you're in a good mood, they'll try to take you down. And you won't even notice it sometimes. They're really good at it. Okay. This is why the tower had to fall. And this is the truth. Knight of Swords is the truth, bringing in the truth. And it's not always, it's disruptive. Tower's disruptive. They're bookending all of this information. I'm going to do one more row. I'm being advised to do one more row. I might do more than that, but one more row. So I could move it all up here. See if I can. Leo, what the heck? The thing is that when we come to realize that something that's been happening, and then something comes down, and we're like, "Oh, it was me! Oh my gosh!" I mean, not that we didn't have players and people weren't doing what they were doing, but it's like, if I hadn't allowed this, if I hadn't taken that person back, if I hadn't ignored the signs, if I hadn't ignored what I was doing. Okay, so we're going to look between Justice reverse and Six of Cups. This is death. So death is another card of Scorpio. So death is death and rebirth. When this is reversed, we're having a hard time leaving something behind, okay? It would be having a hard time letting go of the injustice and of the past relationships, probably, of the past family issues. Six of Cups upright, though, it doesn't necessarily have to be bad. I think maybe it's about we're having a hard time putting, understanding how we were not showing up in the right way for people that maybe we're having I'm trying to say this carefully. Maybe we're having a hard time understanding that we weren't being fair, that we were the ones not being fair. That's a tough one. But that comes in pieces, because it's hard. It's not easy dealing with that. We're not showing up in the right way, in a kind way. We're making excuses. Seven of Cups reversed. justice, injustice, and being dropped, the loss of whatever these two things were that were important. Seven of Cups reversed is now you have no choice. There's no more choices here. Okay. You don't have a choice. We're going to keep moving, okay? Now we're going to look at the loss, the being dropped or having to drop something, and the Queen of Cups reversed. The unstable emotions where they're manipulative. Okay. I'm going to go down here. And I have Temperance reversed. There's a great need to heal because there's a lot of that somebody's energy is completely off balance and they need to heal. So I don't know if there's an illness going on right now with you or whoever the person is that this is about, but there's a need to heal and to balance one's energy. So it needs to be mind, body, spirit, okay? It's not just all or nothing or only one. It all has to do with who we are as an individual. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going and do this. We're going to look at the card between Death reversed and Seven of Cups reversed. I have the Four of Wands reversed. So this is a divorce. This is a breakup of what could have been or once was a happy home, or there's no celebration here, obviously. Okay. And this is just the need to see things for what they are so the healing can begin. Okay, so between these two, I have the Seven of Cups reversed, no more choices, and the Temperance and the needing to heal. This is a card of Sagittarius. Also, I have the Page of Wands. And this is really good, Leo, because this is the beginning of energy. This is like, okay, I'm inspired to make things better. I'm inspired, and it could be a child that's a fire sign. Page of Wands is fire. So it's like going back to the beginning, like starting over in the energy, dropping all of this so you can start back as a page again and say, okay, I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to start again. But it's being teachable at this point because we're just broken down enough where the ego is like over there. I got to put that away for a little while just because it's not doing me any good right now. And everything serves a purpose. Let me just not come out of the gate with my ego. Maybe come out of the gate with some understanding and the ability to create, truly create. And this is getting back to what is it you want? What is it that you want to really create? Not avoid, but create. And not control, create. Okay? I'm going to do one more card here. The Lovers, I see. We want to create heart over head, heart over, thinking with your heart, living your life with your heart. And that's really important, Leo, because you are the heart. Yes, you are the fire, you are the passion, you are the lion with the big heart. Where did that go? Well, now you're here, right? Lovers is also Gemini. Gemini often has to make the decision of heart over mind over heart or heart over mind because Geminis, I'm a Gemini, we have two minds. It's just the way we are and we're adaptable so we can flip the script anytime because we had to be adaptable based on our life path. And it gives us an advantage to be able to switch gears in mid-step. So the Lover's energy says, do what's right for you and what's right for others. And, look at the motivation behind the actions. And try to remember to come through your heart, but to look at both sides of the situation and see how others might imagine you showing up or whoever this is for. Okay? Because there's more than just one side to the story. And if we're in a low vibration because of A, B, or C, whatever it is, then we can't always see what our actions, we can't always see how we're showing up. We're in denial about that because we think we have it justified, right? We've all done that, Leo. We've all done that. I've done that much more than I'd like to admit. So my thoughts are with you. It's a great place of clearing. It's not easy, I know. Take care and have a good couple weeks. Anyway, don't let this get you down. Know better things are ahead. Your heart is going to be freed. See? The change of your heart is going to be freed. Look at that fire, Leo. Look at that fire. Take care.